Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Grateful to be back at it, creating a little bit of content and sharing some cards with you today. It's been a really hectic stretch on the work front for a few weeks now, and it's kind of leaving me with little hobby time, but I'm still participating. I've got some great cards here that I'm excited to show off, and let's just get right down to it. We're going to start with some autographs, and as you've noted in the background, in particular, some 1990 Topps autographs. And these are going to be from the Archive Signature Series release, a product that I've shown many times here on the channel. Love tracking these down from 1990 Topps in particular, and recently scored this beautiful Jim Rice for the price of a retail blaster, $25 for that Hall of Famer on card. And I've already got a copy of this from a previous Archive Signature program, but that one is going to be freed from its plastic case and put in my 1990 Topps buyback complete set project, which I'm doing in a binder. So picked up a second Jim Rice. The price was right, and I just had to do it. To go along with him, and for the same exact price, $25, I was able to track down everyone's favorite Hall of Famer, Mr. Harold Baines. This is from the 2019 Archive Signature Series product, and this card is numbered to 51, on-card auto. He doesn't have my favorite autograph in the world, but it's a little bit unique there. He kind of awkwardly signed his crotch. But Harold Baines for 25 bucks checks another Hall of Famer off the list. So two Cooperstown inductees there. And then this next guy is not enshrined, but he had a great career, won many awards, stuck around for a long time, and got this special card of him, Mr. Fred Lynn. Now, what's cool about this one, those with a keen eye may have noticed, this is a 1/1 in the upper left-hand corner there. Being a Tigers card, I would be remiss if I didn't mention it. Shout out to Lisa Z, a really great member of this community who recently passed. She was a huge supporter of this channel and left many engaging and just positive comments for me over the years. And I'll really miss that. So rest in peace, Lisa. She was a big Tigers fan, but a great 1/1 Fred Lynn. Now, I know that, you put an asterisk on these next to 1/1 because, in theory, next year in the Archive Signature Series set, they could put out one more Fred Lynn card and make it a 1/1. But suffice it to say, this is a pretty scarce card. And as someone who loves 1990 Topps, I couldn't resist picking this up, especially at a real discount price. This is card number 107. In the 1990 Topps release, and subject to I did not have in autographed format at all. And then we'll close out the 1990 Topps auto portion of today's video with this Will Clark. Check it out. One of the three favorite players of my youth. I was a Nolan Ryan, Will Clark, and Cal Ripken Jr. guy. Those were my three PCs. So just thrilled after all these years, pun intended, to get this Will Clark on card with the uniform number 22 right on the front. Always loved this card as a kid. I know the colors are jarring, and it's really not his most aesthetically pleasing card, but just one that carries a ton of nostalgic value for me. Copy 12 of 24, Christmas Eve card there. So Will Clark rounds out today's quartet of 1990 autos from Archive Signature Series. And then I have one that's from a one-off set. So I try to stick to 1990 Topps, 1992 Topps Kids, a couple of different releases with the Archive Signatures, but I will occasionally stray out of that. And I did that recently for someone who I'm just a huge fan of and who has so many beautiful looking cards, in particular, Carlton Fisk. Check it out. Got the 1991 Topps Carlton Fisk. Beautiful on-card auto right across the middle of the card. And I've shown this other versions of this card on the channel in the past. I have the Desert Shield just because I love the image, like the action that is portrayed here. You can tell Fisk is expecting a throw or a bounce in. You've got Cecil Fielder, who is a monster of a man, just tearing down the third baseline towards home, and his teammate kind of encouraging him to get down into a slide. And you can tell that a giant collision is most likely imminent here. So the action that is captured in this photo It's like something you would see maybe in 1973 Topps baseball. But other than that, this was really kind of groundbreaking for the time. I think 1991 Topps was a huge jump up in photography. I'm as big of a 1990 fan as you'll ever meet, as you can tell by the background here. But in 1991, they really took the photography up a notch. And I think that was in direct response to, competition from Upper Deck and other companies like that. So great Carlton Fisk. Oh, and I should mention, this is another one that is a 1-of-1 in that upper right-hand corner. So just got a really solid price on this. I love this better than any other version I have of this card. In fact, I may sell my Desert Shield just to kind of cycle that out and make this my new version of this card. So great Carlton Fisk. And since I showed one Fisk card, I have another one that I just picked up. And this is from Topps Stadium Club, and it's graded a PSA 8. I benefited from some 8 hate here, but it's a very scarce parallel. It's the members only from 2015 Topps Stadium Club. Now, these days, members only cards are case hits in Stadium Club, which, makes them really scarce. They're tough to find, and you just don't see many of them. However, back in 2015, these were a known print run of just 7 cards. And I've shown 1 or 2 others in the past. But recently, this Carlton Fisk went up for auction. And look at the photograph here with Tom Seaver, 2 of the greats in those classic, albeit a little bit questionable, 80s White Sox uniforms. Just love, love, love the photograph. As I mentioned with the 91 Topps card, Fisk is one of those players who, for whatever reason, he just has so many gorgeous, gorgeous baseball cards. I think being a catcher definitely helps him out there. And this one, just given the limited nature, my love of Topps Stadium Club, print run of just 7, amazing photograph featuring 2 Hall of Famers. I was really, really intrigued by this. It went up with a 99-cent opening bid, and I was able to win this card for around $15. Just showing, again, that you do not need to spend a lot of money to enjoy yourself in the hobby. It cost probably around that for somebody just to grade this card. So again, I think the 8, the lowest signed grade of an 8 helped there, but as most of us know, a card that has just 7 copies in existence, you really, really can't be too picky. Here's another cheap pickup while we're on that topic. Scored this 2024 Stadium Club Rainbow Foil Board Roy Campanella. So these are, I've talked about these tons of times. I have other buddies of mine. Shout out to Brent over at Brent Richards and Baseball Cards, and Dan over at Old Sarge Collects, and others who I know are into these as well. This parallel's been around for over 10 years, always serial numbered to 25. And I've been trying to restrain myself a little bit more in this past season with both respect to Topps Gilded and these Stadium Club Rainbow Foil boards. So I've been cutting back. So this is just my second one. But the reason I grabbed this, it was $7 with free shipping. And that's, for Campanella, multiple time MVP, somebody who fits my kind of Negro Leagues collecting focus that I've been on. $7 was just way too good a price to leave that one behind. And then on that topic, just kind of a quick sneak preview for some upcoming videos that I have. I'm going to do a video on this card. This is the Josh Gibson highlight card from 2024 Topps Update. Of course, this is like a sparkly parallel of some sort, but he got his first ever Topps card in a base Topps flagship release with Update last year to commemorate the incorporation of the Negro League statistics. And I think it's a really important card, just being his first true Topps card. Somebody who is one of the best players in the history of the game. So I've gone down the rabbit hole collecting some different versions of this, including one that is incredibly impressive that I can't wait to unveil. So I'll have an upcoming episode basically dedicated to that card and a little bit of the backstory behind it. Similarly, got this card here of Buck Leonard, and this is one that I've shown on the channel before. It's numbered to 10. But I drag it out now just to mention that I'll have an upcoming Buck Leonard episode. He's somebody who I grabbed quite a few really, really nice cards of during my pursuit of this focus in my collection over the last year. And I've batched a few of them up, and I'm going to do kind of a tribute video just to Buck Leonard because he's a really incredible player and someone that I just don't hear a lot about in our community and who didn't really have any cards released during his playing era. But if you're looking to get into some post-playing era cards of a really interesting subject, I think you'll find that video pretty cool. And then on this front, on the preview front, lastly, have another round of these Allen and Ginter Negro Leagues cards coming to the channel. I've done 2 videos so far on the first 2 years of this program, and next up I'll have the 2009 subjects from the set, just like the card that you see here. This is a buyback of Frank Evans, Negro League star. So look out for that one soon. And then let's get to a few more pickups before we call it a day. I want to talk quickly about this card here. This is an Ichiro Topps Black from 2017. And as many of you have, I'm sure, heard by this point, Fanatics made the extremely questionable decision to do away with the Topps Black parallel. This is one of the most, or was one of the most beloved parallels in the regular flagship set. It's not chrome or anything like that, just the regular Topps release. These started over 20 years ago, all the way back in 2003. I know many collectors, myself included, who enjoyed the chase and the challenge of picking these up. You know, they started off with serial numbering, I think at either 51 or 52 back in 2003, and they incremented by just 1 each year, culminating in last year's Topps Update release, where they were numbered to like 74. So they were always tough and challenging cards to find. They look beautiful. They really were highly collected and sought after. And for whatever reason, despite the, tons of different parallels that they give us these days that nobody asked for or really even wants, like this card right here, for some reason, the one that they chose to axe heading into 2025 Topps is the black parallel. So just a shame. I'm really sorry to see that happen. I've got plenty of others in my sort of to be shown on YouTube stack, but for today, I thought I would drag out this Ichiro, which was a somewhat recent pickup, and just kind of say goodbye to that parallel. Stupid move there by Fanatics. I still can't believe it. And then let's close out the episode. I did a countdown video on these on Christmas Day, these Topps Advent Calendar buybacks that you would get 2 of per Advent Calendar box this past holiday season. And I've gotten a small handful of these in, looks like 4 of them since that countdown that I haven't yet shown. We're going to start with this beauty, Turn Back the Clock, Reggie Jackson. Shout out to my buddies Dylan and Adam. Turn Back the Clock, one of my favorite segments here on YouTube. And that's just a gorgeous one. This will be competing for the buyback Franken set in slot 312. Next up, this one was cool. I was happy to run into this. Roy Halladay from 2014 Topps. I believe this is his final Topps card and that he wrapped up his career in 2013. So this is complete career stats on the back of this Roy Halladay card. Hall of Famer, met a tragic end after his baseball career wound down, but somebody who I was watching a lot of baseball during his heyday, and he really impressed. Even though he didn't pitch for the teams that I rooted for, it was impossible not to pay attention to what he had going on in the game. Just a dominant arm. And then I found this one, a Mookie Betts buyback. This is from 2018 Topps Heritage Baseball originally, and it's the All-Star card. I love the team color matching red, and I'm a huge fan of 2018 Mookie Betts cards in particular. It was probably will go down as the greatest season in his career. I think it's his greatest season to date. Won a batting title, an MVP, a World Series championship. Was just incredibly dominant, did everything well. And so when I saw this 2018 Mookie Betts buyback pop up, knew I had to secure that for the buyback collection. Even though it's not eligible for the Franken set, still happy to have it. And then the last card for today's video, we're getting on a little bit long here. Found this beautiful Stadium Club card of Catfish Hunter in buyback format. Gorgeous shot there of the hurler for the Oakland A's, probably around mid-70s or so. This was taken during their era of dominance. And love Stadium Club, love buybacks. When they meet, that's like perfection for my collection. And that's going to be a wrap for today. So thank you for sticking it out. Apologies, I haven't been around as much, but I assure you I have many awesome cards, many excellent videos coming just as soon as I can find the time. Thanks for sticking with me in the meantime, and enjoy the hobby, everybody. Take care.